Hey, today we want to give a shout out to Isaac. Happy birthday, Isaac. I hope you are having a fantastic day, my friend. I love your dad, Dave P., and I hope you guys get to spend some incredible time together and have an amazing day. Once again, happy birthday, Isaac. Awesome. Congratulations on whatever age you're turning. Once again, I hope this is your best year ever. And on that note, folks, it's going to be all of our best years ever if we allow it to be. Today, I asked a question in the chat. What are you grateful for? And the reason I did that, folks, is because it's impossible to be focused on what you are grateful for and be depressed and have anxiety and be frustrated with life all at the same time. It cannot be done. Go ahead, give it a shot, try it. You cannot be both at the same time. You cannot be grateful and unhappy. Your body just doesn't work like that. Your mind can only focus on one thing at a time. So starting off your morning with gratitude and gratefulness is just an amazing way to change the chemistry of your body and to really propel you into the day ready to, kill it, crush it, go chase your dreams. And folks, if you're having a bad day or if you're having a bad week or a bad month or it feels like it's been a bad year, man, that's okay. Sometimes it's hard to find things to be grateful for, but folks, it's not impossible. There's always something. Like literally, if you woke up today and you've got two legs and you can walk, be grateful for that. There's tens of thousands, if not millions of people across the world that don't have two legs. If you can see, if you actually have the ability to be watching this video and see my beautiful bald head, be grateful. There's a lot of people out there that woke up this morning with no sight and so on and so forth. So folks, if you can't find something to be grateful for, you just ain't trying hard enough. So with that, man, welcome to the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. My name is Brad Varnell. I am excited to share some great trading information with you today. I'm excited for where the markets are going to go. And man, I got good news for you, man. One of two or three things is going to happen. Either the market's going to go up, or it's going to go down, or it's going to stay the same. That's my genius, man. I don't know which one's going to happen, but we're going to go through it today and take a look at a few things and see if we can kind of maybe figure it out, see some clues, get some clues as to what we think is going to happen with this market. And with that, man, I just hope you guys are having an incredible Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me. I said I was excited and grateful for my coffee. You guys probably notice if you've been paying attention, this does not look like my normal coffee. But my wife and I just realized that we were drinking way too many calories. We'd go to Dutch Bros, we'd get the old sugar-free Golden Eagle, and then try to, trick ourselves into believing it was healthy, but it was made with half and half. So all of this liquid is half and half instead of coffee. There's a few shots in there, and then the sugar-free syrups and the sugar-free caramel drizzle. I mean, it was probably a 500-calorie drink, and we were drinking on more days than not. We were probably drinking two of them. So I am getting used to just straight black iced Americano. It's turning, my taste buds are getting used to it. It is delicious. At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself for as long as it takes to actually enjoy it. But I tell you, it's nice to not have that fog or that little caffeine headache. So we also are kind of doing a carnivore diet, eating a really high fat, high protein diet. And so that was the other reason that we got rid of the Golden Eagles, is because we're just not interested in having all those artificial sweeteners and that kind of stuff. So we're drinking unsweetened iced tea, black coffee, and so on and so forth. But anyways, none of you guys care about that. What most of you guys care about is what's the market going to do? How can we trade it? And, the other thing is I do want to let you guys all know there is going to be a giveaway today. So with that, let's get this started here real quick. I want to give a shout out to WEEX, who is an incredible exchange that we're going to actually be using today. And so let's do some hashtag WEEX in the chat to get this stream rolling, to let the WEEX team know that we appreciate them. And then, folks, I'm also going to be giving away a few WEEX tokens. So things are going, or excuse me, yeah, we're giving away some WEEX tokens, but we're also going to be giving away some of the tokens for my cryptocurrency project, my and my wife's cryptocurrency project. I got to get out of the habit of saying my cryptocurrency project, because my wife is actually the brains behind probably about 75% of it. I had kind of one of the main ideas, and then she expanded on it and really turned it into what I believe is going to be incredible. So, you know, they say that behind every great man is a great woman, and that has definitely been the case in my life. You know, I'm 51, getting ready to be 52 here on July 30th. Yes, that's a shameless plug. If any of you guys want to send me something for my birthday, it's coming up. You got a couple months to plan for it. On July 30th, I'll be 52. But it took me a lot of years to find the right lady. In fact, I was 38, going on 39 years old when we met. And before that, I ain't gonna lie, guys, my track record with the ladies, it just you know, it hadn't been good. And so I am so blessed to have this amazing lady in my life. I don't know if she's going to be watching it all today, but you know, I very much thank her, and it's our crypto project. You know, once again, we're going to be listed as the co-founders on the website, and man, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Like it takes every ounce of hold back in me to not give you guys a few more details and tell you the name of the token and really kind of rip it to you. But I want it to be all the way there. I want you guys to be able to go take a look at the website. I want you to be able to go join the Telegram group. And so we're working. I just left the developers another message today, letting them know, hey, if there's anything that you need from me, if you got anything going on that is holding up the project, that's slowing you down. Sorry, I got a dog chewing. Okay, just want to make sure he wasn't chewing on my power cord. He's chewing on a cardboard box. I can live with that. But I let him know, hey man, if there's anything that you need from me because we're slowing you down, please, you have my permission to poke and prod and bug me, because we want to get this thing launched before Bitcoin 2025. So I'm so all in on this project that I'm not even going to go to Bitcoin 2025 as Brad Varnell, the founder and owner of the Real Infinite YouTube channel. People will know me probably by that, but we've got shirts that have got the token name and the logo and everything on them. We're going to have some stickers. We're going to have some swag, and 100% of our efforts at this Bitcoin 2025 conference in Las Vegas is going to be getting the word out about this new project. So we're hoping to launch this baby probably no later than May 25th is like my the last day that I would like to launch it, because we got May 27th, 8th, and 9th is the Bitcoin convention in Las Vegas. And on that note, folks, if any of you want to go to the Bitcoin conference and you do not have a ticket yet, let me know. I'm trying to get the link, feverishly trying to get the link that will allow you guys to buy a Bitcoin 2025 conference ticket, and you get a 10% discount if you go through my link. My guy, Sean, is not working very well with me. I haven't heard from him for like 5 days. You know, I did everything I needed to do. I got the contract signed. I did everything he asked, and I still haven't heard back from him and got a link. But anyways, that's a different story for a different day. But my point is, this token is very close to launching. What's the date today? It's already the 6th. So we're talking about hopefully like 2 weeks, 19 days, somewhere in that ballpark to get this thing launched and off the ground and ready to roll. So I'm hoping that the website and some of the pieces that we need to have in place before we can just fully make all the announcements and really start inviting you guys into the Telegram group and sharing the website with you. Obviously, those got to be done in advance. So I'm hoping that we get those things done in time to really give us a little bit of a runway to be able to promote and launch this token to a lot of FOMO, to a lot of excitement. And, you know, of course, as a cryptocurrency investor and as now a project owner, man, I've never been rooting for Bitcoin to break out to the upside more in my life, because there's no doubt about it. The way we're launching this project, with it being a fair launch and everybody's going to be excited and want to go buy it on day one, it's going to launch extremely well. But Bitcoin reclaiming its all-time high and going to 120, 150, 200 over the next handful of months could be the difference between this being a 10 or a 20x and it being a 50 or 100x. So, folks, let's all keep our fingers crossed and hope that Bitcoin does what we all believe it is poised and ready to do. So, hey, babe. There she is, my beautiful bride. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you for being on the channel today. And with that, so let's give a little shout out here to a few people. We got Mr. Dave P in the house first here today. Good morning, Dave. Hope you have a fantastic day today with your son, Isaac. Mr. Benjamin, Blockchain Benjamin, good morning. Hope you are doing fantastic also. Thank you for being here. We got Mr. Sir Crypto the Third in the house. Good morning. Mr. Daniel Prosper. Hey, thank you, my friend, for being here. Excited to have you here and looking forward to hopefully helping you make a ton of money with this token launch, Daniel. I really appreciate the last 6, 7, 8 months that you've spent working with the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know, Daniel is, is one of the team members here at the Real Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. If you have enjoyed the live stream interviews that I've been doing over the last handful of months with the different projects, Daniel is responsible for 99% of those interviews taking place. We got Mr. Bit Bounty Hunter. Welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing fantastic, man. There's too many of you. We got Mr. Eric Bernstein. Hey, thank you for the kind words, Eric. I hope you are having a fantastic morning. And man, I am really looking forward to what's coming. We got Mr. Chucks in the house. We got Gladiator. We got Rocky Vibes. Man, you guys, there's too many of you. I can't go through each and every one of you. It looks like you guys are typing in the chat like crazy. So thank you all once again for being here. Let's pop over here to okay, my beautiful bride's coming home. Maybe I'll talk her into popping her head in and saying hello live on the stream today when she gets here. Let me see something here. We're going to go over here and pop on the WEEX screen. So this is the WEEX exchange. For those of you that were watching last week, I didn't pay very good attention to my HBAR trade, and it did get liquidated. So I'm going to look at HBAR and probably put a new trade in if it's down lower than it was. If it's 10% lower than it was last week, that might be a spot to where I want to get in. Now, I only had like a $30 trade there. So sometimes when I've got lower amount of money in a trade, I don't back it up as much. I should have, but I didn't. And anyway, well, you know why I didn't? Because part of it was I needed the money that was in there to pay out some of the bonuses, some of the giveaways that I did. So I actually took my ladder and used it to do some bonuses. So we're at what, 17.24 cents here. If we look at the last week, yeah, 7-day range, it was all the way up at 19. It went all the way down to 17. Actually, it looks like 16.88. Man, I would have loved to have caught it all the way down there. But even at 17.24, I think that is a fantastic entry to get in on another long trade. You guys can see here the polka dot trade that we put in a couple of weeks ago. It's in the money, but not as much. It's only up 9.47%. And our Polygon Matic trade has come from about 300% in the money down to 178%. So, you know, I was watching Crypto Price Sam Price Crypto Lifer a little bit this morning. And, you know, one of the things I love about him is he's so humble. You know, he doesn't know whether we're going up or down or sideways either, but he's playing the probabilities. And one of the things that we need to look at is that we need to hold this level here that we're currently at. I don't remember the exact number that he mentioned, but I know that it was 94 something. And there's some possibility that we could, have a breakdown here and then a pump. But there's also some possibility. He's saying that if we lose this support line and we continue down, that we're probably going to run all the way down to around $89,000, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but it sure be a lot less fun than running up to $100,000. Remember last week we did the poll asking people if we thought, Bitcoin was sitting at about 93 or so. And we asked people if they thought Bitcoin was going to go to 100 first or down to 90. And it was pretty well split between you guys. A lot of you thought it was going to go to 100. A lot of you thought it was going to go to 90. I was in the camp of it running back up to 100. I'm a little disappointed that it got rejected at about 98 and it's kind of made its way down. I'm really, really super looking forward to that moment in time where it breaks through the resistance and heads back up and reclaims its all-time high. And the reason for that, folks, is because a lot of good things are going to happen. Not only is Bitcoin going to be going up and doing amazing things, but theoretically, this time around, when Bitcoin, breaks through its all-time high again and starts heading up towards 125 or 150 or higher, it should really drag the altcoin market up at some point in time dramatically. Like, we're going to get some really big runs in some of the tokens that we've been talking about for the last year or so. And I think that we're going to make a lot of money. I tell you, back in 2021, I made more money in about a 5-month period of time than I'd made the rest of my adult life combined almost. And so it happens fast and violently here in crypto. It's months and sometimes years of just pain and suffering and nothing feeling like it's going right. And then boom, literally over the course of a few months, you can make transformational, life-changing money. But you got to be here. You got to be in the game. You got to continue to be playing in order to win. And obviously you guys are here. You're watching the channel. You're doing the work. And so you're going to get the W when it comes. Might be today. It could be next week, could be next month, but sometime I believe over the next 2-3 months here in 2025, we're really going to see some awesome, amazing things happen in the crypto space. The other thing that I love, when Bitcoin really takes off and heads up towards, 125 plus, I very much believe that the altcoin market is taking off, but the private sale market is finally going to do something special too. I believe that with all of my heart. And so for those of us that are in the gains pad and the gains pooling group and that are looking into other launch pads, I know some of you are maybe in Seedify Fund or other launch pads. I'm telling you, mark my words. What is today? May 6th, 2025. There's going to be a bull market in launchpad tokens before the end of this year. And there's going to be some private sales that pop off that we get in that do 25, 50, 100 or more multiples when they launch. There's going to be some massive upside in the private sale market. So it'll be fun to have all of that going on. So real quick here, I knew I messed this up. I don't have a whole lot of funds available. Let me see if I can. I wonder if I can get, I got a lousy $18 in here and about $9 worth of WEEX tokens. So I got to get some money over into this account so that I can be able to do a little bit of trading and also be able to cover the WEEX token giveaways. On that note, if you win the token giveaway that I'm doing for my own token, I don't think I made this clear enough because the people that won it last week kept DMing me on Telegram, like asking me, hey, where's my tokens? Folks, the tokens haven't even been minted yet. So you're winning a future giveaway, but you're going to have the opportunity to hold these tokens. And when this thing launches, hopefully the $25 worth of tokens that you give rockets up to $100, $200, $300 or more very quickly. So be patient with me. So for those of you that win my tokens in the giveaway at the end of this show, you're going to want to go join my Telegram group, the Infinite Crypto Cruiser Telegram group. And you're also going to want to put your Telegram handle in your YouTube bio so that I can verify it and make sure that we ain't got, people trying to scam the system, clone your Telegram. You'd be amazed back when I used to have people reach out to me on Telegram. I'd have 3 people with the same exact Telegram message me that they were the person that won, and I'd have to try to do some detective work and figure out who the actual winner was. And anyways, so you're going to want to join the Telegram group, because in order to get the tokens at launch, you're going to have to be in our Telegram group for the token. So we're going to start you off in the Infinite Crypto Cruiser Telegram. And then as soon as we open the other Telegram group, we're going to get you guys over there. And that's how we're going to verify. We're going to get your wallet address and all of that stuff later. I don't need your wallet address now. All I need is your Telegram handle if you win my tokens. If you win the WEEX tokens giveaway, you're going to have a WEEX account. So right at the top of this, of this video, if you click down in the description, right at the very top of this, there should be a link that will take you to the WEEX exchange. Throw in your email, throw in a password, and create your WEEX exchange. And then last but not least, before we get into this, folks, the people at WEEX are super thrilled with this partnership. They say a ton of you have been joining the platform, which is fantastic. But they also told me they're a little bit concerned because very, very few of you that have created an account have actually made a deposit. And then even less of you have made a deposit and done any trading. So I would ask you from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you signing up for the account, but please take some of what you're learning here on these videos and go put it into play. Even if you're just making $10, $25, $50 trades, please go show the WEEX team that you guys are actually using what I'm teaching, and let's do a little bit of trading. So I don't know the exact numbers. I don't have them pulled up right now, but the last time I looked, it was like, I don't know, 30 or 40 of you had joined, and there was like 3 of you that had deposited funds and like 1 or 2 of you that had actually placed a trade. So, we've been talking about WEEX now for, I think this is the 4th episode, so about a month now. So definitely would appreciate those of you that have signed up for an account, throw a few bucks in there and actually, use it. There she is. Hey there. Oh yeah, go get him. Go get him. Oh, my Belgian Malinois gonna eat my wife. Oh, hey, my daughter's here too. What a surprise, man. Life is good. You want to come say hi to everybody, babe?
Yeah,
She's going to come over and say hi real quick, guys. This is my beautiful bride, Deanna. And I don't know if she got to hear all the good things I was saying about her or not. I know that she's been pretty busy today. But one of the cool things about working on a project together like this is that we get an opportunity to really spend a lot of time together. Hey there, beautiful. Hi. So, babe, let me ask you a quick question.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What's your favorite part of our cryptocurrency token? What are you the most excited about?
Well, you already know, but have you already talked about it is the question.
I haven't really given them too much details, but
you want me to explain it now, though? But
I don't want you to explain it. I just want you is your favorite part the giving aspect?
Yes.
Yeah. Were you the one that came up with that idea?
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the cool things about our token, guys, is that there's going to be a giving aspect. As you guys all know, we are Christians. And so this is going to be a cool token that we're excited to help people make money with. But there's a really awesome charitable aspect to it that my wife came up with 100% all on her own. And I think you guys are going to love it. I think that our community is a really big-hearted, loving community. We've attracted a lot of great people, and I think you guys are really going to love what my wife came up with and how the utility of this token is going to raise incredible amounts of money for wonderful, wonderful charities. So I love you, babe. Mwah!
I love you too.
Thanks for hopping on. So with that, guys, let's figure out how to get back over here. Nope, I don't want to remove it. I want to get back over here. I wish that was black. I need to make this black. I know that white screen can be kind of drive people crazy. Let's get back here to the futures page. And then I am not sure, man, you guys should come over to my place and slap me around a little bit for being so unprepared. I didn't realize that I didn't have any funds in that account. I thought that I did have some funds. So let me double check what I got going on here. Let me run over to Coinbase here on my phone real quick. Bear with me for a quick second, guys. And let's buy a little USDC here real quick and review order and buy now. And then, so let's see if I can do this real quick, folks. You know, obviously a lot of you probably know how to deposit, how to send tokens and all of that. But, you know, since I'm doing this here real quick, we're going to go to the deposit tab. And then we are going to deposit USDC. So we're going to click on USDC. And then I think the easiest network to be the fastest is probably just going to be ERC20. I hate the fee, but, you know, ERC20, because, I mean, Coinbase does, have some different trades. Let me, I hope I'm not pulling anything up here that I don't want to show. Nope. And then I'm going to pop this address over here into this Telegram so I can copy it on my phone here real quick. And then let me run over here to that Telegram group on my phone. Let's see if we can get this USDC sent over to my account quick in a hurry. While I'm doing that, folks, is there anybody, you know, Dave P., Eric Bernstein, you know, anybody at all in the chat that has any tokens that they would like me to take a quick look at today? As far as, has anybody got a token that they think might be set up for a good long or even a good short? If you got a token that you would like me to take a quick look at, I would be happy to look at a couple of your guys' ideas. You know, so, and that also gives me an excuse to have you guys typing something in the chat. Keep yourself busy for a quick second while I'm trying to send this out. Let me see here. We got, is that right? Yeah, OX9. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna, USDC. We're gonna send Ethereum, and then we're going to do a couple. Oh, hey, I had some money in USDC in my Coinbase that I didn't even realize was there. That's easy. That's nice. So, yep, we got the right address. We got everything there. Boom. We're going to send that now. It says done. Awesome. We should have a couple $100 in USDC hitting our WEEX account here in just a quick minute or two. Let me get back over here to the chat and see if there's anybody that's got a token that is on their radar. So as you guys just saw, I was looking at HBAR, and that's one of the tokens that I am going to make a trade on today. Is anybody else got a token that they are interested in having me take a quick peek at? The other token, guys, that's kind of on my radar is, let me scroll down through the list here. Let me see, where is, so ICP is down 5.6% this week. So that kind of is interesting. We were looking at that. So VeChain here at down 12.8% this week is another one. I mean, I really love Polygon Matic here at 21 cents also. And then, yeah, man, we got Cosmos Hub, Atom, all the way down at $4.03 with a 10% decline. I'm definitely going to throw a little bit of a trade in on Atom, and I'm going to throw in a trade on Hedera, HBAR, when those funds come in. So while we're waiting for those funds to come in, folks, I call this the Varnell trader system because it's a little bit different. For those of you that are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button for me, please. We are trying hard to get up to 300,000 subs, so we appreciate each and every one of you that are watching the channel. But one of the analytics that has come in last week, I was looking at the analytics, roughly 25 to 30% of you that are watching these live streams are actually subscribed. The other 70% of you haven't hit that subscribe button. So it would mean the world to me if you would hit that subscribe button and be a part of helping us to get up to 300,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. But the Varnell trader system it seems complex, but it's really very simple. We're looking to find tokens that have relatively bottomed out so that we can hopefully put in leveraged trades that we're looking to actually hold long term. So most traders are looking to get in and out of the market, whether it be a 1 minute time frame, a 15-minute time frame. Most traders maybe keep their trades in play for a couple of hours, and in some extreme cases, maybe a couple of days. But like we've got a gentleman, I don't know if I haven't seen him in the chat yet. Maybe he's here, but Pablo Noodles has a trade in on Caspa that he's had in play for like 6 or 7 months, guys. And he got in it all the way down at 5-6 cents. And as you can see, or not Caspa, excuse me, HBAR. He's got a trade in on HBAR that he got in at 5-6-7 cents. And right now it's 17 cents. So he's up significant on that trade. But him and I both believe that that's going to be a $1, $2, $3 token over the course of, the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And that little trade that he made that I think he put around $50 into is probably going to turn into $5,000 or $10,000 in his pocket. And I'll show you what I mean by that, folks. Real quick, we're going to flip back and forth a little bit while we're waiting for this money to show up. But I've showed you guys this here before, but I want to show you again. So I got in on this Polygon Matic trade. Let me go back and make sure that I'm sharing my screen properly. I got in on this Polygon Matic trade. You can see here my average entry price was 18 cents here, just over 18 cents. My liquidation price is a little under 17 cents. And you can see it's up 174%. But if we go over here to the take profit button, I showed you guys a million times why this is going to be a minimum of $1 token. It's been up over $1 multiple times just in the last couple of years. It'll rocket ship back up to over $1 when Bitcoin really hits its stride. So even at $1, this thing is a 44x. So that means that at $1, I would have turned my roughly 20 bucks into over $800. But the all-time high for this token was about $3. So if it goes to $3, we're looking at 154x, which would turn $20 into around $3,000. And then there's no reason that during the peak of this bull market, it can't potentially do better than it did during the last bull market. So let's just say that it, theoretically, let's say if it went up to a $5 token, that'd be a 263x. So 20 times 260 or, 260x would be, well, 20 times 200 would be $4,000. And then 20 times 60 is another 1,200. So it'd be a $5,200 bill on a $20 trade. And that's why I don't mind hanging out and waiting a month or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever it takes to have this come to fruition. It's small amounts of money. You can, we'll go back here. I've got $20 in on this trade. And then my Polkadot trade, we've got about $30 in on. And part of the reason that I start off smaller is so I can do some ladder trades to back these up. And I'm going to show you guys how that works and what I mean by that here very soon. Let me see here. We've got the $200 in USDC is there. So let's look at how you use the exchange a little bit. You got $200 in USDC or Solana or XRP or whatever you've sent over to your WEEX exchange account, and you want to turn it into USDT because USDT is what we use to trade. So you're just going to come over here to the spot tab and click on spot. And then I'm simply going to go up here into this search bar and type in USDC. That's going to show me this USDC USDT pair. Going to click on that. And then right here in the middle, we've got buy and sell. We want to sell our USDC. We're going to sell it here to the highest bidder, which is at 1.001. We're going to sell all 200 of it because we don't need any USDC. And boom, just that quick, you can see we now have $218 in USDC. Or USDT. So now we're ready to do some trading, folks. We're going to come over here to the futures tab. We're going to click on the USDT/M futures. And then let's get to work. The first token that I want to throw a quick trade in on was HBAR. So you go here to where it says Bitcoin USDT, and that you hover your mouse there. That's going to give you the search bar. We're going to simply type in HBAR, HB, and boom, it's right there. And let's go get this done, man. I'm going to go not super heavy, but with it all the way down at 17 and down, down from 19 down to 17 this week, I am going to throw in a little trade here at, call it 1744, 1748, whatever. And then we got to get the money from our spot account over to our futures account. And so the way we're going to do that is scroll down, a little harder to see, but down here on the bottom right-hand side, you've got this transfer button. What is going on? I don't want this thing popping up here, blocking my screen. Get lost. All right, so we're going to go here. We've got spot to futures account, and we've got all is going to be $218. So we're going to send that 218 over, and then we're going to do a little bit of a trade. We're going to see if we can catch this at 1743. And now it's all the way down to 39. Looks like it's still going down. That's good. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's go down. Let's see if we can get it. It's down to 1733. Let's go to 1730 even and see if we can get a trade in at 1730. I'm going to do $100 on this one because I like how low it is. So we're going to do just under 50%. That should be very close to $100. Wow, man, never mind. It just keeps dropping. Now it's down to 1721. So we've got it now 1713 all the way down to 208. It might click down into the 171s here in a second. I'm not going to complain. Let's go ahead and watch this red candle. For those of you that are on a computer, man, we got a nice little red candle going here, and we might as well try to catch this red candle towards the bottom of it. That must mean that Bitcoin is going down. Normally, when you see a red candle on a chart like this, if you go look at the Bitcoin chart, they very, very much coincide with each other. I'm not going to get too greedy, though. I'm going to go ahead and do this, say, at, oh, man, maybe I should. Do you see this red candle, folks? That's crazy. I'm so curious as to where Bitcoin is, but I don't want to click off of this screen. But I'm gonna. Let's go see what's going on here. What in the world is happening with Bitcoin in this moment? That's I mean, it's not real concerning. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's still at 94,361. Nothing too major. It's gone down a little bit, but nothing, super crazy. But just while we're watching this thing, folks, it went all the way from 17.2 something all the way down to 17,189. I'm just getting this done, though. I can always ladder in. I'm going to go ahead and try to open this long and see what happens if we can get this to execute here. It's already kind of slowly going back up. Let me go over here, my open orders. This open order was at, oh, why is my screen? I think my screen's half frozen. Let me refresh my screen here. Yeah, we might have missed it. It's already back up over 17.2. And my order was at 17,189. And we are sitting at, now it's back up to 17,203. Hoping that it kind of was just a little green wick and that it comes back down and execute. It's getting close, down to 91, 96. Come on. Execute, baby. We needed to get down to 17,198 or 189. So it's at 198 right now. Now it's clicked back up into the 17,204. I'm not one that really cares about like trying to catch the absolute bottom. I'm trying to get something that'll execute quick. And then now we're all the way back up to 17,211. I think I might just cancel this trade and get it done. Like, I don't want to watch this run all the way back up to where it was and totally not get any value out of this red candle that we just had. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in another trade at the current price and see if we can. I want to just get this in. So we're going to go, yeah, now it's running up fast. Just as fast as that red candle went down, the green candle's going up. We're just going to do the rest here and get it done. Let's get into this trade. So there we go, guys. I'm going to go back over here to the position. We got HBAR here. We got $115 into this trade. Our average entry price is 172.21. So I think that this is going to be a fantastic trade. Our liquidation price is all the way down at 15 cents, 15.5. So I think we're going to be in pretty good shape on this trade. I'm going to cancel this other order. I'm not going to do a ladder. Well, I'm going to show you guys how to do a ladder, but then I'm going to cancel it. So if you want to guarantee, there's no guarantees, but if you want to make it less likely that you get liquidated on this trade, then what we do is we come in and we put in a ladder trade. And the way that we do that is we go look at the exchange here, and it shows that our liquidation price is 15,537. So we're going to come over here and adjust this price manually to 15. What did I say? 15,537. So we want to have a little bit of room. We're going to go 15,575 just to be safe. And then we're going to do, for now, I'm not going to keep this trade in play because I want this $100 to show you. I want to do another trade on Cosmos. But what we're going to do in general is if we go down to this 15,575, and you also want to do roughly double your first trade. So when you're getting ready to get in and do a ladder, let's say that you wanted to do a couple ladders and you say you had $100 that you wanted to put into this trade. Well, you wouldn't want to start off with a $50 trade because you wouldn't be able to do any ladders. So if you had $100, I would recommend that you do something like, a $15 trade or a $20 trade. And then you're not going to have enough to do a full double twice, but you could do 20. And then on the next trade, you could do, 35, and then you could do 45 on the third one. That wouldn't be as good. In a perfect world, you'd want to try to do 20, 40, and then 80 or 100. So theoretically, you would want closer to 200 available if you wanted to start out at about a $20 or $25 initial trade. And then that protects you. If this thing comes down to 1537, or in this case, the 15575, then this ladder trade is going to kick in, and we're gonna go ahead and open it right now. And so now we've got this open order here at 15575. If that were to come down to the 15575, which is roughly 10%, 9% lower than it is right now, if that were to happen, then folks, we would be in a position where by that trade executing, our first trade wouldn't liquidate, and now we would have more money into the trade at a better price. Like, would you rather have $25 in at 17.2, or would you rather have another 50 in and 75 total in at 15.5? Well, I would almost love for this to run down to the 15.5 and execute my ladder, and then to figure out if you wanted one more ladder to really give yourself like a 25, 30% margin, then you can just basically take 15.5, which is going to be 10% of 15.5 cents is going to be 1.55 cents. 1.55 from 15.5 is basically 14 cents. So with one more ladder, if I were to go in, if I had more money in my account, and I was doing this like a $20 trade and a $40 trade and an $80 trade, my $40 trade would be in at this 15.575 that I put it in. And then my next trade for the $80, my next ladder trade would be down at a little over 14 cents. Now, if you take 1.4 from 14, that takes you all the way down to about 12.6 or so. So you literally would have to run from 17 all the way down under 14 cents in order for all three trades to end up getting liquidated. And theoretically speaking, if the bottom of the market fell out and you saw it dropping like that, as long as you had access to some more funds, as long as you could go place another ladder trade at just under 14 cents, you could do $160, $200 at 13.95 cents and get yourself all the way down into the 12-cent range. And folks, I really would be surprised if we see 12-cent HBAR again during this bull market. But man, theoretically speaking, if we got down to 12 cents and I was managed to have my ladders in properly and none of my trades got executed or liquidated, I would be thrilled to have $500 into this trade at 12 cents. Like, it's got to quit going down at some point in time. And then, man, when it starts going up, the potential is amazing. So even here with this right here, with $100 trade, I want to show you guys that we do this take profit $100 trade. If this just goes up to $1, that is a 48x. So we're looking at the potential to turn $100 into $4,800. And once HBAR runs up to $1, I think there's no stopping it. I really believe it could be a $2 or a $3 or a $4 or a $5 token potentially during the peak of this bull market. Bitcoin goes up to 150, 175, 200. Sky's the limit. So let's just say that it goes up to $3. If it goes up to $3, we're now at 164x, which would turn $100 into $16,400. And so, folks, that's why I love this system. And it takes a lot less work. You got to kind of keep a little bit of an eye on things. If it really dumped crazy and started once again, like if it really dumped crazy, I would get in a ladder trade at, around this 15.575 point. And I'm going to get some more money moved over to this account so that I can place the ladder trades. But for right now, in the interest of keeping this video under, 2 or 3 hours, I'm not going to do that. But just, one more time, let's show you guys the other trade. So I'm going to go ahead right here. I said I wasn't going to keep this open. I'm going to cancel this ladder trade so that I have that $100 back in my account. And then we're going to go take a peek at Atom. So once again, you just come up here, hover your mouse over HBAR. We're going to click on ATOM, should pop right in. Here we go, Atom. Whoop. That didn't work like I wanted it to. There we go. Atom, boom. This is another one of my favorite tokens, folks. And, you know, on a side note, this is Trader Tuesdays, but something else I love is passive income Monday through Sunday. I love making money while I'm asleep. So this is a token that I'm dollar cost averaging into, and that I am buying and staking on Coinbase, and I'm getting roughly 14% in more Atom tokens by buying and staking and holding on Coinbase. For those of you that like decentralized exchanges, there's a lot of places that you can stake it through the Cosmos ecosystem. But for the simplicity of it, I like Coinbase. I went over to Cosmos, and there's some spots where they're paying slightly higher interest, but not much. And for the most part, most of the validators on the Cosmos hub take a 5% fee. So even though I think the peak interest that you can get on the Atom token is about 19%, once the validators take their 5% fee, you're right back to 14 or 15% anyways, for the most part. I haven't found a validator or anybody that I trust to stake my tokens with that pay enough more than 14 or 15% to bother holding it somewhere other than Coinbase. Obviously, if Coinbase isn't available to you, or if you're in one of the states where they don't allow you to stake, then I would recommend going ahead and getting it and doing that through Atom. But, you know, Atom was a $40, $50 token during the last bull market, and I believe that it's got huge potential in the upcoming years. So I want to own hundreds of thousands of Atom. I would love, like, if I had $500,000 right now that I could just buy, you know, 100,000 Atom with, I would, because, you know, 100,000 Atom at 15% interest would earn me, you know, what is that? Is that 15,000 Atom? So if you take, you know, 15,000 Atom, guys, I'm getting off topic here a little bit, but this is still kind of important. If you take 15,000 Atom, so 15,000 divided by 365 days a year, that means you're earning 41 Atom a day. And even at its current price, you know, 41 times $4 is $160 a day in income. That's $4,800 a month. How many of you, if you had $4,800 a month, that might make things a little bit different. Now, I understand most of us don't have 500 grand that we can just go buy Atom with, but you can start building it up slowly. And then part of what I'm doing with my Atom trades is I want to use the money that I make on these Atom trades to get into the Atom token and buy more Atom with the money that I make on the Atom trades. And the other thing that I'm looking to do is I'm not going to hold Atom all the way from the peak of this bull market. I'm not going to hold it all the way down through the bear market. My goal, this is a little bit longer term play, but my goal is to ride the Atom all the way to the peak, hoping it runs up to 40, 50, 60, 70, $80. And then I'm selling it. And then I'm going to wait for the next bear market, 27, 28, 29. And as that money comes down, but it's going to be allocated towards Atom. Let's just say that I get $5,000 into Atom before it really makes its move. And then it runs up to, you know, $50. Say it runs up to $50, which would be a 12x. That would mean I have $60,000 in Atom and I sell it. Now I take that 60,000 and I hold it in some USDT, or I use it to short the market on our way down, whatever. But now Atom runs back down, and say it gets back down to $10. Well, with $60,000, how many Atom can I buy? 60,000 divided by 10 is 6,000 Atom. So we're still a long ways away from 100,000, but that would literally take me up to 6,000, and even 6,000 of them times 15% is 900 divided by 365 means I'm earning 2.5 of them a day, which means in the next bull market, 28 or 29 comes around, 29, 30, wherever in there, I'm going to have the potential to be making some significant money. Like if Atom runs back up to 50, 75, 100, $200 in 2025 or 2029, 2030, that 2.5 tokens could be worth $200-300 a day. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's get a trade placed, because I am excited to get in this at all the way down here at $4.01. So we're gonna go big on this one. We're just gonna go ahead and pop in the whole amount of money. We're at 4015. We're gonna click this over here. Something else that I didn't say is you want to double check. See how this leverage is showing at 20x? That wouldn't have been good. I don't want to do 20x leverage here. I want to do 10x leverage. So you always want to check your leverage, and you want to, make sure that you are doing. The other thing is I would much rather be on isolated. So we want to change this over to isolated. The separated mode for the current trading pair is temporarily suspended. Isolated combined. We're going to click that there. All right. And then we're going to go back here and we're going to change the long to 10. I always change them both. Not that I'm going to long and short, but I change them both and get it confirmed. All right. So now we got it confirmed and it's up to 420. We're going to click in at 420. Hope it jumps back down a little bit. Going to do 100% of our $100 here. Confirm. And let's see, it's at 420. Is it going to go down to 423? Is it going to go down to 420 and execute? Nope, it's up to 425, now 428. Isn't it crazy, folks, how every time it seems like when you place a trade, if you place a long, if you place a long and it hasn't executed, it loves to run up on you. If you place a short, it loves to, to run down. It wants to give you a hard time and never just execute. Like, it would have been awesome if we could have just caught this little dip here. Probably if I hadn't been talking for so long, I could have got it down here at like just over 4010. But it drives me crazy. Like, it's sitting at 4025. It could literally dip down to 4020 any second now. We're going to go ahead and I'll leave it there. It looks like it's kind of heading back up now, but we're going to go ahead and leave it there. And I wonder, does anybody, let me see here. I would suggest selling it DCA wise, like some at 40, then some at 50, etc. That is great advice. Let's go XRP. So what are you saying is nobody can time the top. Nobody can really time the bottom. So even if you think Atom is going to run up to $100, even say, if you're in it at $4, I agree with XRP here. Let's sell a little bit at $40. I mean, you're at a 10x. Go ahead and take some profit off the table. And then I agree, it runs up to 50. You take some more profit off the table, and so on and so forth. That way you don't end up in a position where it's sitting at 60. You think it's going to go to 80. So you're just holding on for dear life. And then all of a sudden the market reverses. And inevitably what happens is you're emotional. If you sell it at, if it was 60 and all of a sudden, okay, let me start over. You bought it at 4. It goes to 40. You're ecstatic. It goes to 50. You're the happiest guy on the planet. It goes to 60 and you're literally euphoric. Life is amazing. You're going to sell it at 75 or 80. Remember, on the way up, when it was $50, you were the happiest guy in the world. But now it goes from 60 back to 50 and you have this sick pit feeling in your stomach. It's crazy. It's still 50. Like, on the way up, you were the most excited person in the world. You're telling your spouse and your kids and all your coworkers what a genius you were. This token's $50. You're super excited. But for some reason, just because it was 60 a week or two or a month ago, now it's 50 and you're sick about it because you're thinking about all the money you missed out on. And now you're like, well, it's probably just a temporary dip. It's run back up to 80. So I'm not selling it at 50. I'm definitely not selling it till at least gets back up to 60. And the next thing you know, it's 40. remember, once again, on the way up, you were thrilled when it was 40. It was a 10x. It was an amazing investment. You were happy, happy, happy. But now that it's dropped from 60 to 40, you're sick again. And you cannot fathom selling it at 40 when it was just 60 not that long ago. And you still think it's got potential to go to 80. The next thing you know, it's back to $4. And you're telling everybody about how you almost made a bunch of money on your Atom investment. So I would suggest selling it on the way up like that in ladders too. Let's go XRP. Thank you very much for making making that comment, because that's so important. Hey, it looks like we got ourselves a trade in place. It looks like it hit. So now we got this position here. We got our Atom position in here at an average price of 4020 and a liquidation price of $3.62. I love both of these trades. So we're going to see how they go. We got 4 trades in now. This Polkadot trade and this Polygon Matic trade have been in for, well, the Polygon Matic trade is probably almost a month old. The DOT trade is 2 weeks old, and now we've got these new trades. And luckily, I'm in a position financially, guys, where I can let these play out. So, like if you go here to, position history, you can see here that HBAR trade got stopped out here at 17,006. Actually, I only had, why does it say realized profit and loss was only $18? I thought I had more in that HBAR trade than a $20 bill. But anyways, so now that I can hopefully keep these trades in play for a while, you guys are going to be able to come back next week and see how these are doing. And then I am going to get a few more dollars over to these accounts. And so once again, full transparency, looking at these, I don't want to have to back these 2 new trades up with like a $200 ladder and then a $400 ladder and then an $800 ladder. Like now we're talking about 12, 14, 15. We're talking about like $1,500, $1,600 to ladder it down. I'm not going to do that. So what I probably will do after the show is I'm probably going to go in and cancel these trades, start off at a little bit lower amount, like more like 30 or 40 bucks, so that I can do a ladder at say 75 or 80, and then a ladder at 150, something like that, so that I've got maybe $200 to $300 tied up in these trades. But as we just showed, you can make, you out of here, kiddo? Yeah. Hey, good luck. I love you. Thank you. So we, so I am excited to, get something in place here and go ahead and place a couple of ladder trades in, because we don't know where the market is. If the market was down at 89,000, 85,000, I wouldn't be as worried about the ladder trades, because these tokens would be down significantly too. But on the off chance that Bitcoin does decide to go from 94 down to 89, I don't want these trades to get liquidated. I want to keep them in play. And so once again, I'm not in the mood to, invest several $1,000s into these ladders, but I'm good with putting a few $100 into it. So Money Flow, how you doing today, man? Thank you so much for being here and watching the channel today, and appreciate the comment. Folks, some of you are so shy that you never ever make a comment, but man, we really appreciate it. Your input is invaluable, and I promise you, I am not the smartest guy right now that's a part of this channel. Most of you, or a lot of you that are watching this channel, have some incredible ideas and input and feedback. And when you make a comment in the chat like this is valuable. And every single person watching today gets that information. So thank you. Moneyflow says you can also set stop losses when it hits those levels for it to sell if it gets below 40 or 50. That way you will have your floor. That's another great idea. That's another wonderful way to take the emotion out of it, guys. It gets up to $40, $50, $60. Say it's at 60 and you really think it's going to go to 100. But you also know that if it starts going backwards, it could drop back down to, 50, 40, 30, 20 fairly quickly. Have a plan. Put a stop loss in and for half of your tokens to sell at 50. And then put a stop loss in for half of your tokens to sell at 40. And then guess what? If it keeps going up, great. If the next thing you know, you're right and it's $80, move your stop loss up, put a stop loss in at 60, and so on and so forth. So that's a great way. And I love that idea, Money Flow. I don't do stop losses on the way down. As far as like right now, I don't do a stop loss because I like to do my ladders. And the reason I do that, Money Flow, is I don't want this trade to get stopped out while I'm not home, while I'm not at my computer, and then it runs back up. And it's stopped out, and now I've lost my position. I would rather, if it goes down like this Atom trade here, if it goes down to $3.62, I would much rather just have another buy take place and get more money in at a lower price. And then the same thing from there, if it from 362, that would be 36 cents. So it would have to go all the way down to around 326 in order for that trade to get liquidated. So literally, if I put in a trade like I just did at 4, then I put in a trade at, say, 363, and then I put in a trade at 328 or 330, I literally get myself all the way under $2 for this Atom token. And once again, the reason that I love this token, let's take a quick peek at it. I want to give you guys what I do here is not scientific, but I also want to show you that what I do here does have some thought behind it. So let's take a peek here. This is the 1-year chart for Atom. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it, make sure everything is on and looks good. 1-year chart. Show me a spot here on this chart where this thing went under $3. So right here on March 10th, pretty big dip here. It went all the way down, it looks like, to $3.61. That looks like the lowest spot to me. It would go all the way back here. It was $3.80. Right here, it was $3.98. Even if we do the max, we go all the way out to the max chart. So how far back do we got to go before we can find this thing under $3? That's all over 4. So we got to find something lower than this. So right about in here, no, way back here. Here we go. In June of 2020, it was 308. We go back here. So May of 2020, this thing was down under $3. So there's no guarantees in life. Now, this thing hasn't seen under $3 in a long time. And for the most part, the lowest that it's really seen is like $3.60. So one ladder here at the 362 that takes us down to the 330 mark is probably enough. And 2 ladders should really get the job done. And if you had to do 3 ladders, it wouldn't be the end of the world, because if I can get money in at 4, 360, 330, 295, I'm going to be thrilled to death, because my upside is absolutely, so much higher than it would be if this trade just takes off. Like if all of a sudden, I wake up today and this trade is sitting, like it's already up 4%, but like if I don't cancel this trade and redo it, and all of a sudden it's $5-6, the market's heading up, maybe I don't close it out and redo it. And look at this, guys, on a $100 trade. I mean, $100 trade, and you take profit. Let's say that this thing goes anywhere near its previous all-time high of 40. It was $50, but let's just say 40. At $40, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't even do the math, man. At $40, it's 8,950%. So I guess that's just an 89x. I was thinking it'd be more than that, but I guess, a 10x in price, and then a 10x leverage is around, so it's about a 90x. So I would turn this $100 into about $9,000. If somehow it managed to do something special and go, up to a all-time high of like 75, What is going on here? Trigger price 40. Oh, I see what I did here in the wrong spot. But like you say, it went up to 75. Then we'd be looking at 176x. So this $100 would turn into, you know, $17,600. So with that, folks, that's a little bit briefer overview of the Varnell trading system than I do sometimes, but I think you guys kind of got the point. And I hope that some of you that are new to the channel, I hope you signed up for a WEEX account, because you got to have a WEEX account if you want to get paid the WEEX tokens today. So let's go ahead and give some money away. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to run over here to StreamYard. Giveaway. And I think we're going to do two separate giveaways. So anybody that's trying to game the system and get in there with multiple YouTube accounts, we're going to make their life difficult today. We're going to choose the Tuesday Trader live stream, and then it's 10:16 and 30 seconds. So we're literally going to start the drawing here in about 45 seconds at 10:17:30. I just want you to type in the word. We want to make this quick. We're just going to type in the word win. All uppercase letters. I like my uppercase letters, so win. Hashtag win. And the first two people that get drawn for this drawing are going to have their choice. I'm going to give you guys a choice. The first two people that win are going to get a choice, whether they want $25 worth of the token that I'm launching here at the end of the month, or whether they want $25 in WEEX tokens. And I will tell you guys this much. If you choose the WEEX tokens, I ain't going to hold it against you. But if you choose the WEEX tokens, I personally think you're crazy. But it is what it is. It's up to you. If you want WEEX tokens it is. But I would highly recommend, if you win, I would choose some of my token at the end of the month, a little bit of delayed gratification. So we're already over the time. We're going to give this 10 more seconds, and then we're going to draw some winners here, folks. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, draw. Hey, Chucks. I swear, Chucks, you've been running good lately, brother. Hope you are doing fantastic today. Let me know in the chat if you want $25 worth of my tokens when it launches at the end of the month, or if you want the WEEX tokens now. And winner number 2. Make sure you let us know you are in the chat. Crypto Society, please let me know what you want. Do you want WEEX tokens, or do you want my token? Please let me know in the chat. So I'm going to take a quick second here to pop over to the YouTube channel. And if we don't get you guys, if Chucks and Crypto Society don't make a comment here awfully quickly. They did?
Chucks did.
Oh, okay. I'm not. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So Chucks wants WEEX token. So he wants his $25 now, because if you want WEEX tokens, that means you're just going to go sell them and take your $25 and run. That's fine. I don't mind. I think you're crazy, Chucks. After this project launches at the end of the month and it does like a 10 or 20x, I think you're going to kick yourself, but it is what it is.
And Society won't.
Crypto Society also wants WEEX tokens. Okay, guys, put your WEEX UID number in the chat. Congratulations on winning. Both of you, it's not going to exclude you, but both of you are excluded from winning my tokens on this next drawing. Because it doesn't sound like you want them anyways, but we're not going to have multiple winners. We're going to get 6 winners. So I'm going to go back out here to my StreamYard, and we're going to do a new giveaway here. We're going to give 4 people $25 worth of our token. Remember, folks, you're going to need at least a $50 bill worth of our token. So this gets you halfway there. You don't know exactly what that means yet, but you're going to be excited when you find out. So let's do hashtag launch. If you want to win some of my cryptocurrency projects tokens, do hashtag launch in the chat. We're going to let this, it's 51 seconds after. We're going to let this run for about 30 seconds. And then we're going to draw 4 winners to give away. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just start drawing now. I'm going to start drawing as people are putting their names in. And so the next 4 people are going to win $25 worth of my tokens. You're going to want to create Rocky Vibes. Congratulations. Let me know that you're here. And we're going to need you to join our Telegram group. And those of you that win these tokens, need you guys to add your Telegram handle to your YouTube account, your YouTube bio. Second person here that's going to win 25 is Witcher. Congratulations, Witcher. Please put your Telegram handle in your YouTube bio. Also, guys, go join the Infinite Crypto Telegram group, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. It's right in the description. I'm going to draw the 3rd winner. Pablo Noodles, man, that's good news, man. Pablo, it's been a long time since you've won a drawing, man. I am excited. Usually you got to leave before I'm doing the drawing. So I'm so excited that you got a chance to win that, and super excited to give you some of the tokens. In fact, let's talk today. I don't know if you got any availability, if it's too late, but maybe after this live stream, let's talk about the token and what we were talking about in the Telegram group the other day. So Carlos Xavier. Awesome, man. Xavier, I love that. I've got a nephew named Xavier that just turned 13 yesterday, had an incredible birthday. So I love that name, Xavier. So we got our 4 weeks, or we got our 2 weeks token winners, and then we've got the 4 winners of my token. Real quick again here, folks, this is the chat. Pablo Noodles is right here. I'm going to click on his name. I'm going to click on go to channel. Pablo, you don't have to update your YouTube bio. I have your Telegram. But everybody else, you're going to go here to your YouTube bio. And right here, you're going to edit this and put in your WEEX user ID number for the first 2, Chucks and Crypto Society. And then Rocky Vibes, Witcher, and Carlos, I need you to put your Telegram handle here. If you don't have one yet, go get on Telegram, man. If you're a serious cryptocurrency investor, you're going to want to be on Telegram. And in order to get these tokens delivered to you at the end of the month, you're going to have to be on Telegram. We're going to go back over here and get the rest of the winners. Here is Carlos. Carlos, we're going to go here and pull up your bio so we know that nobody can mess with us and try to scam us. What else? Witcher, Rocky Vibes. Got to get all of these names. Let's go scroll up a little bit here and catch the first 2 winners. We got Chucks around here somewhere. Where is Chucks' name? I know Chucks was right here somewhere. I would get back up to the I win. And then Chucks, where are you, buddy? I need, man, oh, there's Witcher. Okay, Witcher is right here. We're going to go to your channel, Witcher. And then I need to see Chucks in the chat, and I need to see Crypto Society in the chat. Rocky Vibes. Did I already pull up Rocky? I don't think I pulled up Rocky. Let's pull up Rocky. There's Rocky's. So we got Rocky's pulled up. We got Witcher. We got Carlos. We got Pablo Noodles. So I need Chucks. And is that it? Oh, in Crypto Society. Where is Crypto Society? If Crypto Society has not said anything in the chat, there we go. Crypto Society, go to channel. I knew you said something in the chat because you said you wanted the WEEX token. So we got your profile. And is that everybody? So we got Crypto Society, we got Rocky, we got Witcher, we got Carlos, We got Pablo Noodles. Who am I missing? Carlos, Pablo, Witcher, Rocky Vibes. Chucks is the only one. Chucks, where are you at, brother? There we go. Chucks, here we are. Boom. All right, guys, I got your YouTube channels pulled up. So let's go ahead and get your Telegram handles. And then once again, I'll pull this up for you guys real super quick. If you go to the description of the video, right here at the top, I want to also talk about this. I'm going to talk about this more on Wednesday, but these Tangem hard wallets are an incredible place to store your crypto in a cold wallet, offline, much safer than in your MetaMask or on exchanges. Then if you want to create a WEEX account, the link is right there. But last but not least, right here in the Infinite Crypto family, you got to scroll down a little bit further, but Infinite Crypto official Telegram group, all of you guys that won my token today, go join this Telegram group. I'm going to make it easy for you, and I'm going to post this link right now in the chat. This should be a hyperlink. And folks, all of you that are on this channel, man, if you are not in this Telegram group, you're going to want to just go ahead and get it done, because we're going to be giving away little bits and pieces of our tokens over the next, few weeks in several of our videos. So might as well just go join the Telegram group so that you're ready to hit it hard and be a part of this token launch. So let me pull that up for you guys. And with that, man, what a fantastic stream. I hope you guys got some value. I hope you had some fun, got some entertainment. And I really look forward to our Microcap Gem live stream tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Same time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, man. We're here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 9 a.m. Wanted to just, give you, all of you guys, a big shout out again. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you, Tim G. I want to give Tim G a special shout out, man. Such an incredible community member and just a part of everything that I've ever done. Anytime I come out with something new, Tim jumps right in and is a part of it. I appreciate that. Greg Nowak, I believe I saw you in the chat at one point in time, so I want to say hello just to all of you OGs. But, man, I love seeing all of the new faces, too. I can't wait until some of these newer faces are actually OGs of the channel. So thank you for reminding everybody, please hit that like button on your way out. I always forget to ask, and I understand, folks, like, most of the time, if I'm watching a YouTube video, I'm so engrossed in the video, I forget to hit the like button a lot too. So I don't hold it against you, but man, it really helps the channel. You'd be amazed if 5 or 10 of you like this video on your way out. That could potentially push this video out through YouTube's algorithm to several hundred more people that wouldn't have seen it. So it's just a free way for you guys to give back to the channel, and I very much appreciate it. And thank you, Tim, for letting everybody know. We got Mr. Carlos says he joined. That is awesome, man. Appreciate it. There he is, Greg. Awesome, brother. Have a fantastic day. I kind of hate to get off today, man. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm super, super excited to keep an eye on these trades. And those of you that are watching this that liked what you saw, go get a trade in, man. Let's see. Go get your trade in on HBAR. Go get your trade in on, Atom, or VeChain is another one that I think is great. But go get a little bit of money. Get some skin in the game, even if it's only 10, 20, 30 bucks. Help me out by making a deposit into the WEEX platform and doing a little bit of trading. So with that, folks, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. We will see you tomorrow. And I guess that's it, man. That's all I got.